to be witnesses of today and for tomorrow, to speak truth to power and to speak the truth on behalf of the powerless. Sometimes there isn't a single answer, but there is always the truth. Now, I don't assume that the truth is commonly found. Like its bedfellows of democracy and justice, I believe it is quite rare to find. It is born through process. It is gained through questioning. It is found in listening. It's about accepting that complex problems require complicated solutions. A commitment to truth also requires what Patricia Hill Collins calls a politics of empathy. I would say that a commitment to truth requires a commitment to social justice. When we develop a sense of empathy, when we become listeners, when we become witnesses to the truth, it requires that we turn down some of the noise and clutter of our daily lives and stop to think about the way others live. And when we do that, we can't help but care. And that caring leads to action. For instance, if we take the time to think about it, if we take the time to really bear witness to the truth, then none of us can accept that more than 1 billion people around the world struggle in extreme poverty, trying to live on less than $1 a day. What does it mean to live on less than $1 a day? Well, just think about your daily purchases. How many Starbucks Frappuccinos and bottles of water and iTunes downloads and sandwiches from Wawa or wherever y'all buy sandwiches now? How many could you buy with $1? Less than $1 a day means if you are a parent, you watch your kids die preventable deaths. If you're a child, you often can't get an education, and even if you do, you sometimes go to school hungry. If you're a grandmother, you may not have clean drinking water or shoes on your feet, or you may be forced to care for your orphaned grandchildren. Once you bear witness to the truth of how these people live, can you accept that? Should we accept that? Searching for the truth, in many ways, is the same as searching for your soul. Since I am touted as a soul singer, I'm often asked to define what soul is. Well, it's hard to define, but I'm sure that soulfulness and truth are very closely related. Soul isn't about a particular race. It isn't about a particular genre of music. Fiona Apple can be soulful. The Beatles can be soulful. Bruce Springsteen can be soulful. Lil Wayne can be soulful. Frank Sinatra can be soulful. Soul is about authenticity. Soul is about finding things in your life that are real and pure, the things that you know are at your core, the things you are put on this earth to do, the moments when sound and silence come together. Sometimes I find these moments on stage. Sometimes there's that perfect moment when the crowd, the music, the energy of the room come together in a way that brings me to tears. I've also seen soul in my philanthropic work, in the face of a little girl in Tanzania who, despite having every challenge you can imagine, looks at me with bright eyes and confidently tells me she will be a teacher someday, and I believe her. I see soul in the inspired focus of the grade school students at Harlem Village Academy, where they name their classrooms after the universities that they envision themselves attending years down the road. And yes, there was one named after Penn, and that's the one I visited. I even saw soul in a certain candidate for president of the United States, someone who had the courage to be honest with the American people and believed that we, after years of being misled and presented false choices, were ready to hear the truth in all its complexity and nuance. And looking out across this wonderful crowd here, I think I see some soul in you. I believe that you, the class of 2009, graduates of this prestigious institution, the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Pennsylvania, you have soul power. Yes, you do. No matter what careers or hobbies you pursue after leaving here, do them with soul. You are empowered to be great leaders. You are equipped in your jobs, your hobbies, your relationships. You are equipped with the ability to think critically, to listen attentively, to navigate the gray areas, to read between the lines, to bear witness, and to lead in the pursuit of truth. You have knowledge. Knowledge is power. And as my late grandfather would say, or as the freedom fighters of the civil rights movement would sing, if you know the truth, the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free someday. Class of 2009, your someday begins today. Thank you.
Grammy-winning soul musician John Legend delivering the commencement address this last Sunday night at the University of Pennsylvania. He graduated from Penn 10 years ago. This is Democracy Now! If you'd like a copy of today's show, go to our website at democracynow.org. Back in a minute.